stash, secret agent stash, oh, wearing new disguises on every gaming streams. Secret agent stash, secret agent stash, oh, wearing new disguises on every gaming streams. Secret agent stash, secret agent stash, oh, wearing new disguises on every gaming streams.
Welcome back, agents. Secret Agent Stash here. We are at GIA headquarters, like always. But today, you're like, what the hell's going on? This is weird. But we had to get on today to talk about this incredibly urgent news that Gala just dropped yesterday evening. Now, this was so important and so pivotal in the future of Gala that I felt like I had to drop everything that I was doing today to get this out and to talk to you guys about what you think about Gala and this airdrop coming here, this huge update with their coin, and also what I think. So I'm going to give you guys my opinion. We're going to talk a little bit about it first, what it means, what it is, get the details, the facts that we have now, and then we're going to analyze them together and let you know. And we can kind of talk about that. And I'll show you. I'll tell you guys what I see. What I see from this announcement, right? I'm going to read between the lines. I'm reading here. There's lines. Everyone's reading these lines. This is what I read. I read in between, right? I find all the stuff that people are hiding in these new ChatGPT crafted Medium articles. You think people are using ChatGPT to craft their Medium articles? I bet they are. I bet they are. I would not be surprised. So let's jump into this and talk about what is going on, why there is a Gala token that is being airdropped, because that's basically what's going on here, is that there's a new Gala token that's being airdropped to all Gala holders. Why? What's going on? And how do you get it? That's what we're going to dive into today so people understand. Because one of the big things is when there's big news like this, there's always a bunch of scammers out there that are trying to take advantage of this. So I wanted to get the information out quickly to my community and other people out there on, other places that follow the content. So we could talk about it and have the information all in one place, and it's clear and concise. There is no FUD. There is no shilling. It's just, here's what it is, and here's what I think about it. That's simple. I don't know how you could shill something that's free. I guess you can. I guess you'd shill something for free. I mean, it's just promotion. Hey, you got it for free. Let's do it. Let's go talk about it. Okay, so here's what happened. Gala has introduced the Gala Coin V2. This is going to be a crypto token that is going to replace the original Gala token. This is on the Ethereum blockchain, right? This is going to be the token that is going to be changed. And so why? But first, before we get into the why, let's just talk about the details here. So on May 15th, Gala is going to essentially airdrop Gala V2 tokens to everyone who has Gala already in their wallet. And we're going to talk about what that means with the wallets and how you have to play that. But the reason why they're doing this is what they say. The reason they say here is that it's going to include enhanced burn mechanisms, security enhancements, and future upgradability. That's why they say they're doing this. So enhanced burn mechanisms, I like that. That's important. I think that's something that I could see someone upgrading a contract to include. What makes me incredibly, not disappointed, but a little bit cautious is what I will say, is that when they say, hey, we're adding security enhancements, at first glance, everyone says, that's amazing. And it actually is, right? So adding more security enhancements to your existing contract is actually a bullish sign. But to me, that also means that they found some security exploits and loopholes that have been there for a long time with this token. And there have been probably some ways people have exploited this that they have kind of covered up or kind of shoot underneath the rug possibly. And I think that, it's great that they're getting to those security enhancements and it's important, but I do think that was kind of part of the reason behind this. The future upgradability, I think, is also important too. Now, we got to understand that tokens like this are meant to change over time. Bitcoin has changed significantly from when it was first conceived to where it is now. If these tokens were just exactly as they were when they were created, they would never survive, right? Crypto is not all about volatility. Now, volatility is a pretty big part of crypto when it comes to the trading aspect of things, right? If you're just a trader and the only thing about crypto you care about is just flipping tokens, then yes, that is a big concern for you. But I think that there's a lot more to what crypto provides and why people are here for crypto-based whatevers, whether it be DeFi, gaming, entertainment, making money, trading. Everyone has their kind of own reasons, right? Okay, that's a great question, Timur, about your your collateral there for your loan. We're going to talk about that here in a second. So what I'm saying here is that all in all, I think these are great enhancements, but I do think that this may have been prompted by something major that they did not release. Now, this is just speculation. I don't know for sure. But I do think that overall, this is a good thing. Right? Security enhancements are probably the biggest thing, but future upgradability is also pretty big too. There are a lot of things that we want this token to be able to do as the ecosystem scales, and I think that when they first created the token, there was probably some narrow-mindedness in there because this token was derived around the time, obviously, when Gala was still kind of working as a development studio, where they were actually focused on making games versus being a game publisher. And so the way that you would approach a token for those two different things are vastly different, right? So if they had created the Gala token now, after they have already kind of established what I feel like their current direction is, I think the token would have been created a lot different than it would have been from the start. So let's talk about how this token airdrop goes. This is not your normal token airdrop. Keep that in mind. This is not your normal token airdrop. You don't have to go and exchange the actual tokens for something else. So, but what's going to happen is you're going to be getting your Ethereum-based Gala V2 automatically dropped to you 1-to-1. So if you hold 100 Gala tokens, you're going to get 100 Gala V2 tokens. Right after this airdrop, Gala V1 will no longer be supported, so they're gonna airdrop this and then it's done. The thing I'm cautious about this, they don't say when the cutoff date is going to be, but a lot of times people have invested in these tokens for long term and they're not watching the daily news or monthly or even 6-month news. So hopefully people don't miss out on this and they realize hey, I've got this V1 that was locked up here in this platform, this thing, and I didn't realize, and now it's gone. It's worthless. It's not doing anything for me. So that's important to know. They do strongly recommend that you have your Gala in your personal wallet. I recommend the same thing. Do not leave it on an exchange. Don't have it in a hardware wallet. Don't have it in something weird and fancy. Just have it in your normal little wallet, man. That's what I would recommend. Now, they are going to be working with Ledger from what I saw on the Discord, and they have already been working with their major exchange partners. So if you do have it on an exchange, you are going to get the 1-to-1 airdrop there. I recommend, highly recommend to have it in your own personal wallet, and so does Gala. It makes the most sense, and it's better to be safe than sorry, as they say. You think they're starting their own launchpad, huh? Any word if you hold Gala in an exchange like Kraken? Well, we just went over that, so now you know. So you hold it on an exchange, it will be one-to-one. Now, they don't go into a list of every partner that they're working with. So if it's a smaller exchange, you might want to consider putting it into a larger exchange, but really put it into your own wallet. Trust Wallet's going to be fine. Yep, that's a great wallet. Sure. I love Trust Wallet. I use Trust Wallet. Does it matter what personal wallet? Or will we get airdropped anyway in any wallet? It's any wallet anyway. So, okay, I can't say that. Not every wallet, but every, hot wallet, every personal wallet. Now, the problem is, this is where you run into the problem. If you have Gala in any liquidity pools or any smart contracts, or it's locked up for any kind of weird staking, or here's another one, any kind of wrapped token. Do you have wrapped Gala tokens? Maybe previous ones from that P-Gala bullshit fiasco? I don't know. But you just need to make sure that you don't have them in any kind of liquidity pools or smart contracts or staked in any kind of way. Any other wallet is going to be fine. Any Ethereum-based hot wallet will be perfectly fine to keep your coins in. You don't have to probably ask about any specific wallet, but if it's an Ethereum-based wallet and you already have Gala in it, then you should be good to go, because that's where it's going, right? So keep that in mind. Just make sure it's not staking, it's not in liquidity pools, not anything like that, right? There's nothing like that. It's not any kind of wrapped tokens, anything like that, because then you will not get that airdrop. This is the most important thing to remember. Most important, okay? So, these are the details we have. They didn't give a lot of information here on, anything specific. So what I will say is that, just be ready, because this is happening fast. Now, this is the other thing that kind of worries me, and this is why when I was saying I read between the lines, here's the lines, here's a couple lines right here. I read between those, and what I read from that too, loophole they have not disclosed yet, and hopefully no one has disclosed it, or maybe someone let them know, like a bug bounty or something, and they needed to do this quick. Now, maybe this is something that has been in the works for a while. Maybe this is something that has been in the works for a while, and you could say that. You could speculate and say, they've been working on this for a while, Stash, that's why. I don't think so, and here's why. Because if they had been working on this for a while, they would have timed this change with the soft launch of Geary. Because now they got to go and rework a bunch of extra stuff, because they've attached Geary to the original Gala token, so they got to rework all that too. So I am thinking that there might be an issue here with security, and they're quickly trying to exchange this Gala and be able to close that loophole, that security loophole, and make sure that everyone it continues to enjoy their Gala tokens and nothing goes wrong. So I think that could be the issue here. I know, and we've had security issues with Gala before. It's not like Gala is the most secure platform. There's been hacks that they didn't really put much attention on. They didn't I've seen multiple cases where people have had issues with Gala, and there just wasn't much going. They didn't really do much to help. And so I know that is a kind of, we'll say not like a trend, but that's something they want to and have been working on for quite some time now, right? Better communication with the community, putting more information out there. And so I think since those days of like 2 years ago or so, or a year ago, I think they've definitely doubled down and gotten better at those things. So yeah, so Gala needs to be in your wallet, not in any kind of earn section or anything like that. They say they're going to work with Ledger, I believe, but I wouldn't chance it. I want to tell you to take it off your Ledger. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just saying personally, if I had a Gala tokens on my Ledger, I would probably just move them to a hot wallet just in case. And a hot wallet that I've never used before, like a brand new one, not like some one you've already used or already has tokens in it. Just create a brand new wallet. They're easy to do. Doesn't cost anything to create a brand new hot wallet. There is no snapshot, so it's on May 15th. They're just going to be dropped right then. So it's not. So that's a good question, VBNR, because that's typically how these airdrops will work. There'll be a snapshot, right? There'll be like a snapshot of the who holds these things, and then they'll drop the tokens at a later date. Now they don't say that there's going to be a snapshot. They don't say that in here. And that's actually important information that I would think that they would include in this initial round of info drops. But that is a great question. That is a great question because I don't know that there's going to be a snapshot. It may just be like on May 15th. That is essentially a snapshot, and they're going to airdrop it all on the same day. I don't know how they're going to pull all this off. I don't know how they're going to pull all this. Once again, they're working with their exchange partners on this. So will you be able to like quickly sell Gala V1, after Gala V2 is exchanged? So now you've kind of gotten money out of your Gala V1, but you also still own the V2 tokens? No, that is never going to work. There's no way. Maybe in like some shitty little like budget exchange that no one knows about that has Gala listed, maybe you could pull off that arbitrage, that crazy arbitrage. But I don't think that you could ever do that. It's not going to happen. Does this mean the million in Gala video has to wait? Great question, Jaxie. Jaxie is our community manager over at the GIA headquarters, the GIA, the Gaming Intelligence Agency. And Captain Jaxie in chat says, I guess the million in Gala video has to wait. So what I did have planned for this week is I was actually going to be putting out a video on Gala talking about how I would spend $1 million on Gala. If I had $1 million to spend on Gala, how would I do it and what would I buy? I don't know if you guys are interested in a video like that, but if you are, let me know in the comments. I would actually really love to hear your thoughts on this. I thought it'd be just kind of a fun video to do. It's kind of like one of those fantasy portfolio things, right? So if I had $1 million and I could only spend it on Gala, what would I spend it on? What NFTs would I buy? Would I buy Gala tokens? It'd have to be Gala V2 at this point, right? But I think that would be an interesting video. So what do you guys think? Do you think that would be an interesting video to do a video about, how I would spend 1 million on Gala in general? Just kind of for funsies. Let me know if you think that would be fun. If everyone's like, nah, that video would suck, Stash. I don't want to watch that. That seems dumb. I'm not going to record it, right? I do this for you guys. I love making videos, but I wouldn't be doing it if you guys weren't here, right? If you guys weren't here doing this with me, I wouldn't be doing it. So I want to make sure I'm making videos that you guys actually want to watch, right? That's why when I ask for feedback, I legit take that feedback to heart. I take it to my team, and we talk about it. I cry about it sometimes. I go in the corner, I'm like, guys, they don't like my stuff. They don't like my stuff. What do we do? But then I get here and we talk about it. So it's all good. Anyways, so we are going to get into some more Gala stuff, and this V2 update will kind of change how I approach that video, but I will put that up probably next week. So if you guys are interested in that, look for that Gala, 1 million being spent on Gala next week. But like I said, I think this is information that we do need to happen. That does need to happen and get out there as quickly as possible before scammers start to take advantage of people, because that's what you're going to start to see with something like this. Anytime there's a big airdrop, man, you'll see a fake AI Jason Bitbender on a YouTube ad telling you to go send Ethereum to this address to then get twice as much Gala back if you send 2 ETH. So there's some crazy scammers out there, and if we don't get the right information out there to the right people, then there could be some problems, right? Tango, hey, what's going on? Good to see you. What will happen to Gala V1? So Gala V1 is just going to be worthless. That's what they say. They say Gala V1 will no longer be supported. So that means you won't be able to use it on any of their Gala platforms, and I'm going to assume that it won't be usable on any exchange. Now, usually the reason why you see when companies do this updating of a token, why they do a burn mechanism where you have to go to a website, burn your tokens, and then you get dropped those V2 tokens. That's how a lot of times this would work. So I'm kind of surprised that Gala did not go that route with this upgrade here. It would make the most sense probably to have people go to a place, exchange like official site on Gala to exchange their V1 tokens for V2. So then you just get those V1 tokens just out of the system. They're burned, right? In this case, they don't say anything necessarily about them being burned or any mechanism like that. So that means that you will be sitting there with old Gala V1 tokens just sitting in your wallet, theoretically, from what we see here. Yeah, so they're negating the functions of V1 and airdropping V2. Seems simpler. Technically it is simpler for the user for sure. I'm just apprehensive about how a clever person could use those Gala V1 tokens, You know, because you already saw right now, people in chat are already like popping collars and they're like, Stache, I popped my collar, I'm going in right now. How can I arbitrage this Gala V1 and sell it, but then still get the Gala V2? And someone's going to try and figure out how to do that. We already saw in chat people asking about that. V1 tokens become poker meme tokens. I like that. Actually, Hazy, that's a good idea. You know, what they could have done here is just made those V1 tokens do something interesting. You know, maybe one small little use case that has no monetary value. You can't trade them for anything. But like, you could say, okay, if you have a million Gala V1 tokens, you get this you know, cool non-tradable sticker that is applied to your account or something. You know, you could do some cool things like that, but they didn't do that. They didn't do that. Missed opportunity there, Gala. Missed opportunity to do something cool with those previous tokens. Yeah, so Eric, once again, I answered the question about Ledger. I believe, but don't quote me here because they haven't said this officially, but I believe they are going to be working with Ledger, so you will get the airdrop on your Ledger if you have them there. But personally, I will make sure that it is on my own hot wallet. That is a brand new hot wallet created just to hold those Gala tokens, and that's where my Gala will get airdropped. So, okay, now, before we go, I want to know if you guys have any other questions. Oh yeah, Corey. So Corey, we talked about this. Yeah, Ultra. Yeah, so the Ultra IO UOS is a kind of similar-ish platform, kind of like Elixir, where it's a game launcher, game platform. They're launching later this month. Is it next week? I think it might be next week, actually. We are going to talk about them. I've been a big supporter of Ultra since the beginning. I actually bought Ultra UOS. I think I bought it at like 3 cents, 5 cents maybe. I gotta go back. It's been a little while, but I hold a decent amount of Ultra, a decent project. But we're not talking about it today. We will get into a video though, Alex. I'm sorry, Corey. I will talk about Ultra, and we will get into a video on that platform when it launches. What do I think about Gala as collateral on Binance? Like, do you mean in general, or do you mean like if you're using it as collateral or something, will you get the airdrop? If that is the question, no. If your Gala is locked up anywhere in any platform for any reason, for doing anything other than just sitting in your wallet and collecting dust, then no. I would make sure, I would say if you're using it as collateral, no, you got to pull that out, man. You got to pull that shit out because it's in a smart contract, right? If you're using it as collateral, then it's in a smart contract. You got to pull that out, most likely. Now, once again, they're working with their exchange partners. They haven't said exactly how that will work. That will be a big announcement that they will update. When that happens, I will do another video that breaks down everything about this Gala V2 token, how the upgrade's going to go, what things are included. So make sure you guys know that you can come back, and I will relay that information then. But on Binance, you still get airdrop. I mean, on all the exchanges, the major exchanges, you will get the airdrop as long as they're not staked or in a smart contract or collateral or whatever it may be. So if you guys are just joining us, we are wrapping things up. But if you want questions answered, go watch the rest of the video because we answered all the questions. Trust me. We answered all the questions. Yeah, got to be in like a spot wallet. Exactly. I don't think there's anything cool tech-wise that they've announced yet for V2 to look out for. I mean, they do say, obviously, security enhancements, future upgradability, burn mechanisms. That would be the big, like, enhanced burn mechanisms is kind of cool. Like, that would be the cool tech-wise thing I think that we'd be looking at for this upgrade. But there might be some other cool things. All right, there you go, agents. This is a big news update. Had to bring you this latest intel here from Gala Games, the launch of their Gala V2 token coming May 15th, getting that 1-to-1 airdrop if you hold Gala, the Gala V1, right? Gala V1 for Gala V2 coming May 15th. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. If you guys have concerns like I do, or if you're totally fine and you think everything's going to go super smooth and you're excited. I want to hear in the comments below. That's all we have for today, agents. Secret Agent Stache, over and out.
Secret Agent Stache.